Hey, this is Michael with EZsalt. This is going to be a training video for our new dealers, business partners, to show you how to set up and install an EZsalt sensor on your brine tank. All right, so we've just opened the EZsalt sensor packaging. Right, we've got the sensor, we've got the 6-foot power cable, we've got the screws, and the wall adapter. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is plug this into power and get it connected to Wi-Fi. So let's get the sensor plugged in. Good. All right, I've got my phone here. We're going to go ahead and open up the EZsalt app and start from the beginning. So if this is your first time, make sure to read everything in this app. There's some instructions in there that might not seem super important. Read them all if it's your first time, okay? So we'll select English, create an account. We'll zoom in a little bit, right? There's going to be a couple steps here. We've built this app so that your customers can set it up on their own without any help if needed, right? So we're checking, do you have an EZsalt sensor? Do you have a power drill? Do you have Wi-Fi? Yep, ready to go. Alrighty, now we're on the Wi-Fi screen. This screen, if you click Connect Wi-Fi, is going to show you a slideshow of exactly what to do. Now, it's really important. If you have an Android, you're going to want to make sure, see right here? It says, this screen will pop up. If it doesn't, return to the EZsalt app and tap on Configure Wi-Fi. That's an Android-specific thing. So if you're setting up on an Android phone, we're going to do the steps that follow this. And you're going to have to, after you tap on the EZsalt network right here, after you tap on that, you're going to have to come back to the app and click a red button that'll appear that says Configure Wi-Fi Settings. Okay, so let's go into Wi-Fi settings and find the EZsalt network. Got Wi-Fi. Okay, here it is. So this is what that's going to look like. EZsalt 4B0447. Now, if you are doing salt delivery and you're wanting to set this up for your customer and they don't have an app on their phone, you need to screenshot this because you're going to have to enter this 4B0447 in your EZsalt dashboard. All right, so let's go ahead and click it. It's going to take a couple seconds to open up a new access point. So just be patient. There we go. See, it took a few seconds. Opens up this screen. So now what you're going to do is select the Wi-Fi network you want to connect to. In this case, Girls Gone Wi-Fi. And then we're going to go ahead and enter the password. Okay, the password's been entered. Let's go ahead and hit save. Now this step will take some time also, right? It's going to take a couple seconds for this to search for the sensor to establish a connection. But once it is established, you're going to get this message. Successful Wi-Fi connection. That's how you know you've done it correctly. As soon as you get this, you can close the screen out, go back to the EZsalt app, next, and hit next step. And now we're going to scan for the sensor. Now it's really important, before you scan it, make sure you are currently connected to the same Wi-Fi network that you connected the sensor to. Right, so we've got Girls Gone Wi-Fi and Girls Gone Wi-Fi 5G. Let's connect to just the normal Girls Gone Wi-Fi. We want to make sure we're connected to the same network. Alrighty, we've connected to the Girls Gone Wi-Fi network. Now let's go ahead to the EZsalt app and scan for the device. Just a tip, this should only take 10 seconds or so. If it takes longer than that, it's probably not going to connect, so you can go ahead and click start over at the top. Just kind of skip through the steps and get to this point again. Okay, that's what a successful connection looks like. Most of your issues are going to be on these steps, connecting to Wi-Fi and finding the sensor. So if you've ran into that, go back through to these steps and watch this video again. Now we're going to test connection. Good to go. Alrighty. Now, I've already measured this brine tank, and I know that it's a 34-inch brine tank. If you don't know, go ahead and grab a tape measure. You just want to measure from the floor up to the lip. Just keep it easy. The entire contents of the container should equal 100%. So we're going to go ahead and enter 34. Alrighty. Going to go next step. Okay, now we're going to set up notifications. Very important. Make sure that the percent that you set here is greater than 30%. Reason is sometimes water will overfill in the bottom. Maybe it'll sit at 20-25% down there. If the water is above the salt, the sensor's going to read the water, right? So let's say you set this to 10% and the water fills to 20%, you'll never get an alert because it's just going to be sitting on water. So go ahead and check your settings. Default is great. Ask your customer if they want email, text, app notification, or a combination. All right, and then this step, we're going to set up the account with new info. I'm going to pause the video and fill this out. Alrighty, we're ready to install it. So I've got here a 1/4-inch drill bit. This is the smallest size you can use. You can also use slightly bigger, just as long as you don't, drill out of that tab. So I think 5/8 also works. So got our 1/4-inch drill bit. I'm going to place it here, kind of on the side, so that I can run the cord through this. I'm going to pop this out, run the cord through it. So I want to install the sensor a little further to the side. You can see it's kind of angled this way a little bit, so it's going to hit perfectly on the salt. Alrighty, so we're going to use these holes in the tab as guides. Alright, now we're going to take our little screws here and push them through the holes. If you use the tabs as guides, it'll line up perfect. Okay, so now you're going to want to hold it down while you flip it upside down so it doesn't fall off. Alright, now we're just going to tighten the wing nut onto it. Alright, so I just popped the center out. We're going to run the cord through it to make a clean install into the sensor. Alright, so it's plugged in. Cord runs out of that hole like that. Put the lid back on, and that's what it should look like installed. Alright, so it looks like there's probably 25 to 30% of salt in there, so let's put the lid on. Go ahead and hit refresh. There we go. 26%. You can refresh it a couple times just to be sure. And if ever you want to bump that percentage up a little bit, you can click calibrate sensor and bump it up to, 30, whatever seems good to you.